Hey guys, just want to do a quick review of the Horizon Supper Cub trainer. First ever remote control plane. I think for the $164, it's not a bad plane. That's the bind and fly version. For $199, you can get it with the transmitter. The only things, there are a few things I like about it, and there's a few things I don't like about it. But I guess as you learn, you'll know what's better and what's not. So I'll let you guys decide. I'm just going to tell you what I think of the plane and how it's handled so far. As far as learning to fly, it's very forgiving. I learned to fly on a windy day with it, and it actually handles pretty good in the wind. And I've never flown one of these things before, but it was actually easier than I thought when I learned. I like the trainer mode it has right here, and on the bottom. These sensors, if you have it activated, it'll if the plane's diving, it'll say it won't let it do it. It'll like jump or skip, and it'll basically make your transmitter inactive for about a second, and it'll pull it out of the dive. So once you get better with flying, you can take that off so where you can get a little more airspeed in your dives and do loops and such. Also, all the horns are adjustable, so as you get better and you want more control response, you can go ahead and adjust that too. I'm sure most planes are like that or whatever, but this plane, the wings are pretty sturdy. My brother and I have been flying it. We've cartwheeled it a few times, and just some foam CS glue, and glue it back on, and you're back in the air, and it seems to never break in the same spot. Like, you can tell I glued it once there, and then the next time it broke here, which is kind of funny. One of the things I don't like about it on the wings are these little stupid wire supports. They are really loose, and I relocated one of the screws to tighten them up. I don't think they do too much to support the wing. I don't know, they kind of went cheap on that. I feel like that could have been thought out a little bit better. Plus, the wings come on and off with rubber bands, yet you have to actually remove this with a screw. So it's not exactly the quickest way to get the top wing off. The battery is located on the bottom, though, so you don't have to take the wing off to get the battery out, which is kind of nice. It uses an 11.1 volt lithium ion, 1300 milliamp battery. Let's see here. One of these guys. The only thing is it's a tight fit. You kind of have to tuck the wires in to make it fit good. I guess that's expected, though. The other thing I don't like is when you stick it, if you're landing it in the grass, we had to upgrade the tires to bigger wheels. It seemed to help, but I need to fit these tires on better. The way they're all loose and wobbly, they do affect the flight characteristics a little bit. These are the stock tires they give you. Way too small. They should have come with bigger tires, and the landing gear setup altogether should have been more sturdy. It's just kind of a joke what they gave you with this, because these just stick in the grass. Like, you come down, nice soft landing, and the nose is in. Broke the motor already off of it. This is his last flight. I let my dad fly it, and he's never flown either. It's a trainer. He cartwheeled it, but I think a little bit of glue, and that's going to go back on. But I'm thinking I'm putting a brushless motor in there, because with no wind today, the plane struggled. It doesn't struggle, but with no wind to help with lift, it seems to be underpowered and a little bit hard to control, especially when you're learning. I notice it flies the best when it flies phenomenal when you have a little bit of a breeze. But also broke the tail completely off. And all I did was use a little CS glue and some activator and put it back on. And I got it on a little crooked because I used a couple of toothpicks or skewers, shish kebab skewers, the wooden ones, but I didn't align it up exactly great. So it is on there kind of cockeyed. But I was able to, the plane did, it pulled to the left a little bit. So I just trimmed it out with my radio, no problems, and it flew straight as an arrow. And that's been sturdy ever since I glued it back. Not to mention the body for the plane. I think they're like $30. I can't remember. But all the parts seem to be pretty cheap. The cowling got completely destroyed. That's like a $2 part though. So yeah, so if you're considering buying this plane for a first-time flyer, it flies really great. It is if there's no wind though, I think it's a little underpowered for a trainer. You might want to go with something brushless, but it does fly good. It does still fly okay with no wind. You just have to be under full throttle, and I think when you're under full throttle, you know, for a beginner, the plane is pretty responsive. So, you know, it is what it is. I'll let you guys decide. The landing gear is a problem, though. It needs to be beefed up somehow without changing the center of gravity too much. So I'm going to have to figure out something there. So if you guys got any ideas or had one of these, go ahead and leave a comment and tell me what you think, what should be done. Also, when it digs in, when you dig into the grass, it's kind of weakening this a little bit, this little box here. But that's, you know, that's something you can just epoxy back up too. So I think I'm just going to keep gluing this bastard and keep flying it, you know what I mean? I mean, what the heck? Keep learning till I can get better with the landings. But yeah, $164. I'm sure there's cheaper trainers, but it does have some nice things, nice features to offer as well. So anyway, I'm just going to cut it off there, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it's helpful to you at all. Leave any comments you have, and Happy New Year.